Man, I wanted to talk about something. A friend of mine, an old time friend, uh, asked me the other day. He said, "Man, are you still fishing like you used to?" And 'cause we haven't communicated in a while, we lost track. And I said, "Man, it's my life, man." I said, "Man, if there wasn't no fishing, I don't know what I'd do." And he said, "Man, well, I finally started getting into it." And he said, "Man, it can be expensive." And from one angler to all the anglers out there, and they'll tell you the same thing. Yes, fishing can get very expensive, and especially if you get into a lot of bass fishing like I do. A lot of other people do. Now, if a person wants to start off and they want to do a little bluegill fishing or something like that, there's cheap ways to get into bluegill fishing or crappie fishing. But if you want to get into the heavy duty fishing, when you're talking about artificial lures and things like that, real good rod and reels and stuff like that, then yeah, it gets pretty expensive. There's a few things you can do. If you've got a Academy Sports like I have around you, or a Bass Pro Shop, a Dick's Sporting Goods, or even Walmart. Okay, Walmart doesn't have a lot of stuff, but they do have fishing items. They do have stuff that you can buy, and go to these places, because just because they have all these lures and it says this is the price and all, they always mark stuff down. Okay, they always put clearance stuff on. That's what I do a lot of the times at my Academy Sports. Is I'll go in there and I'll just look at a lot of their clearance stuff, discount stuff, because you can find good things sometimes. Mark down spinner baits, mark down crankbaits, jigs, plastics, crappie jigs, bluegill lures, rod and reels, anything. A lot of times you can't find stuff like that, and you got to remember that. But I'm gonna tell you a place that a lot of people don't think that you can find good fishing stuff, and that's at thrift shops, or thrift stores, flea markets, things like that. And just to show y'all a couple examples, it's been a few weeks ago, I was in a thrift shop up here, and I found a few things, and some of them have been used, but they're still in good condition. All anglers know that poppers can be really expensive. I mean, even the little Rebel R poppers are like $5-6. So poppers topwater can be real expensive. I don't know what the brand is on this thing. It reminds me of H2O, but I know it's not, because I have a lot of H2O. It may be an Excalibur type thing or something like that, but it's a really pretty popper, and it's fire tire, and that's the reason why I liked it so much. And it's got the little green feather in excellent shape, no marks or scratches or anything on it, and the guy only wanted $2 for it. So $2, okay. And then he had this little thing too, and I've had things like this before, and I've caught bass on them, and bluegill and stuff like that, so it was only 50 cents, so I bought it. So there's $2.50 right there for them lures. And then he has some soft plastics. Now here's the thing. I know that I made a video and told y'all about my favorite brands and stuff like that. That's true, okay? When it comes to it, if I can, I'm going to use those brands. But if I see a good deal on something and it's cheap, I'm going to get it, because of the fact that fishing is expensive. So he had a pack of unopened Yum 7.5 Ribbon Tail Red Shad, which is one of my favorite colors on worms. And they're right there. They've never been opened. The seal's still there, and he only wanted $1 for them, so I paid $1. for a whole package of, there's 12 of them in here, and I paid $1. So we're at $3.50 now, $3.50. Then he had, and this is what I was really surprised by. I wasn't too surprised by the Yum because I've seen Yum in there, but he had all these big bite creature baits, okay? And I could have bought all the packages, but I didn't. I bought 3, one of each color, and they're little creature bait lures by Big Bites. These are one of the lures by them that I have not used, brand new, has it still in the seal and everything, okay? And he only wanted 50 cents for these things, okay? So at the $1.50, along with our $3.50 we have now, that's $5, okay? And $5, and I got all this stuff, man. A good popper, a little popper for bluegill or even bass, and 4 packages of soft plastics, man, for $5. Okay, normally this stuff right here would cost you almost $20, maybe more at a store, and that's why I like going to thrift shops and I like looking. Now, you think it's just lures that you can find at thrift shops? No. And I did not get this rod. This rod is actually one that I already had. It's a Shakespeare micro spin. Real flexible. And I do a lot of bluegill fishing with it. But I found this little Shakespeare reel right here. And it is a Shakespeare Sigma 200A. It's got 3 ball bearings in it, and I haven't done anything with it yet. I just put it on the reel to see, and this is something I actually found the other day also when I found this little popper knob, but I found it at a different one, and man, I mean, it works good, it spins good. I tested it out outside, and I just got to clean it up a little bit and get some more line on it, because it's got some old line on it, but I mean, it works good and all, and I was like, man, it looks good on my Shakespeare rod that I got already, and I can use it for my bluegill fishing. When I use my Rebel Creek hoppers or something like that, I can use it. I've already got another little reel like this, and I've been wanting another one. The reel was just sitting there. That he had a few rods, but I really wasn't worried about the rods and all. But he only wanted $3 for this reel, and you can't beat it, so I bought it. And I mean, it's gonna be a good little rod and reel for me, especially for bluegill fishing. So thrift shops, man, I'm telling y'all, if you got them around you, you would be amazed what you can find. There's plenty of ways to get into fishing that can be affordable to you. You just got to check all this stuff out that's on sale and things, and it can really help you save some money. And don't be afraid to buy cheap worms at Walmart, or cheap rod and reel. I mean, that's what the beginning of fishing is all about, man. You got to learn. All right, so if you have to learn like I did, and buy you I hate to say it, but buy you a sucky little rod and reel that ain't but $10, and put you some line on it, and buy you a cheap old dollar spinnerbait from Walmart, and go out and catch you some fish. Because guess what, I spent money on cheap spinnerbaits, and I caught fish on them. I spent money on cheap old worms, and I caught fish on them. You can catch fish on these cheap brand stuff. It's just a name. Big Bites, just a name. Rapala, just a name, man. It's just a company name, and the way they shape their stuff. Everything can catch fish. You just got to get out there, practice, and do it. So that is going to be the end of this video. I kind of hoped maybe I helped some of you beginner fishermen out as far as what to look for in the stores. And another thing, and I forgot, look on eBay. You would be surprised what you can find on eBay. Stuff that's still in the package, cheap, man. Yeah, you gotta pay shipping on it sometimes, but still, even with the shipping, sometimes it's cheaper than what you're gonna buy it in the store. You never know. But I am Shadow Angler. Please, if you got any comments or questions or anything like that, let me know. Please subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next video. So, thanks.